So the next topic which we need to see is synchronous condenser. Synchronous condenser is a synchronous motor which can be either a cylindrical rotor or a salient pole rotor, but that particular synchronous motor should be over excited in nature. And also, if the particular motor is excited with an over excitation, and also that particular motor, if it is going to be operating in leading power factor at no load, then that particular machine is going to be called a synchronous condenser. So why we need this synchronous condenser? Why we are, since we have seen this overexcited synchronous motor in the previous video itself, why we are seeing again in this particular video means the application of this synchronous condenser in the power system is going to be wide in nature. So since the load are going to be very big in the power system and the loads are going to be lagging in nature, so that the power factor of the system may not be maintained at 0.85 as our supply provider may wants. So in order to making that particular power factor to be maintained at 0.85, we need to have some of the capacitive uh, capacitive banks to be installed in the machine and installed in the power stations. So such an capacitor bank is a overexcited synchronous motor, because those synchronous motors will be acting on the power system in order to getting the capacitive currents to be supplied uh, inside the power system, so that the reactive power will be getting pumped into the system, so that the power factor of the whole system will be maintained at some given optimized values. So here we have given a single line diagram of one particular power system where we are having this alternator and step down and step down transformers and transmission line, and load may be connected. So this load is drawing lagging power factor currents from the supply utility. So if that particular load is going to be lagging, so in order to getting that particular load to be supplied with the good lagging power factor, we need to install this synchronous condenser. That is, the synchronous condenser is a synchronous motor which is overexcited and working under leading power factor with no load. Since this particular machine has no load, the reactive power will be injected into the particular system, but not the active power. It will be injecting the reactive power to the system. So how it is going to inject the particular particular system, that we will see here. Here you can notice this is the terminal voltage, which is the base of this particular vector diagram, and here it is going to be the back EMF. So IA XL drop will be added to this VT, so that we will be getting this back EMF. So now if the particular load current is going to be lacking in nature, that particular load current will be giving theta angle over to this particular VT, and also we will be having this del. Since we are having this particular motor to be working in the leading power factor and also over excited synchronous motor, the particular current which is given by this particular synchronous condenser will be this IC. So vectorially adding these two values will make this current, that is the load current which is taken by this particular load, will be getting reduced. So why? Because this IC will be giving reactive power component to the system, so that the current drawn by this particular machine, that is the load side, will be getting reduced, so that the reactive power will be delivered to the load. So we will be seeing one problem on this particular So here we have a problem. Find the capacity of the synchronous condenser required to raise the power factor of a plant from 0.8 lagging, 0.6 lagging to 0.94 lagging. The plant has a total connected load of 2400 kilowatt. In addition, calculate the total kVA demand of the factory after compensation. So what they have given is we are going to connect a synchronous condenser in order to raise the power factor of one plant from 0.6 to 0.94. So before compensation we are having power factor of 0.6. After compensation we need to have, that is, compensation means we are going to install the synchronous condenser to that particular plant which is given in the problem. So after compensation we need to have this particular power factor. So the plant have a total connected load of 2400 kilowatt. So we can draw a power triangle over here. So we have drawn a power triangle which is having the active power which is going to be on the in phase with this VT, and that will be represented by OA, and the kVA load, that is the load which is required for by this side, will be 2400 kilowatt. So this is going to be our 2400 kilowatt. So here the load we don't know, so we need to find out what is that, and also the reactor power which is needed to be supplied. This is also we need to find out. So at first the active power consumption is going to be 2400 kilowatt. The initial kVA demand, of a factory can be found out from the kVA load which is given here. So in order to find out this, we will be having the angle theta over here. So from the relationship of the cos theta, that is the power factor, we know that the cos theta will be equal to the kilowatt divided by kVA. So here, since we need to find out what is kVA, we will be having the kilowatt divided by cos theta. So the kilowatt will be 2400 divided by the before compensation, because we didn't know what is the new value of the particular kVA. So we need to find out that, but now we know we should know what is the kVA load. So for that we are going to calculate by this way. So what is the kVA from this? That is 4000 kVA. So we have to find out what is the kVA load over here. So now we need to find out what is the initial power factor angle, because we don't know what is this theta. So theta can be found out from the above equation itself, that is cos theta is equal to 0.6. So the theta will be cos inverse of 0.6, which is going to be 53.13 degrees. So after compensation we need to have the power factor of we need to have the power factor of theta 1, which we have drawn here. This is the theta 1, so we need to have this particular compensation, because since we are having the power factor which is at first will be 0.6 and we need to compensate up to 0.94. Since the power factor is going to be increased, the angle will eventually decrease. So that we have drawn this diagram, and after compensation we will be having the kVA over here, and the kVAR we need to find out for the before and after compensation also. So cos theta 1 will be equal to 0.94. So the theta 1, which is going to be equal to cos inverse of 0.94, which is 19.95 degrees. So kVA to be compensated, kVAR to be compensated, that is, we need to find out what is the kVAR over here. So the value of this particular CB, so that is going to be the compensated value. So CB will be equal to AB minus AC, because AC minus AB. So what is AC over here? So AC over here will be OA into tan theta minus this AB will be OA into tan theta 1. So we need to find out what is this values. So from the above equation we can find out that 2400, that is OA will be 2400 into tan 53.13 minus 2400 tan 19.95. So from this we can find out the value of kVAR to be compensated will be 2328 kVAR. So the capacity of the machine which needs to be this, that is, this particular machine have to compensate this value. So the machine rating should be around this value. And since we were asked to find out after compensation what is the value of the kVA. So in order to find out this after compensation kVA, we need to have this particular value. So we can override this. So OB we need to find out. So what is OB? OB is going to be the cos theta value, because it has been over here. So we need to find out the value of the kVAR from the kW value. So we will be using the cos theta value. So cos theta 1 is going to be equal to the adjacent side, that is going to be 2400 kilowatt divided by the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the kVA which is required after compensation. So since we need to find out that value, so kVA which is going to be 2400 divided by cos, otherwise we can write this as 0.94. So 0.94, answer will be 2553.2 kVA. So this is the kVA rating which is coming as an the after compensation, the kVA rating will be raised from 2400 to the 2553.2 kVA. So note that this is much less than the initial kVA demand of 4000 kVA, because the initial kVA which we have found out at first will be 4000 kVA. So here after compensation the kVA has been reduced, so that the remaining power which is needed will has been supplied by the synchronous condenser which we have connected, that is having to supply the kVAR of 2328 kVAR.